Hello and welcome. Within this video I will be reviewing our media products and how they use, develop and challenge forms and conventions of real media products. So, the first thing to talk about is what media products we were tasked with. Creating these being a front cover for a music magazine, a contents page for a music magazine, and finally a double-page spread for a music magazine. One of the first things we decided to do was to carry out our research, starting with the deconstructions of existing media products. This gave us a strong understanding of what different forms and conventions are already utilised within the music magazine industry and how they are utilised. We did this by deconstructing two different versions of the media products. As a result, we ended up deconstructing two different front covers, two different contents pages, and two different double page spreads each. As you can see, these are just a few examples of my own work. As you can see, the genre of music and the artists themselves were kept as consistent as possible throughout the deconstructions. This meant that the genre of our final products will be uniform to the genre we have chosen. For example, rock magazines will use different conventions in different ways to that of classical music magazines. I decided to use the pop genre as the basis for my music magazine as it is widespread. As a result, I used articles and covers featuring the artists Adele and Ed Sheeran as much as possible, in an act to once again keep the magazines in different conventions uniform. This is how we use different forms and conventions from existing media products. From the deconstructions, we had a strong idea of what different conventions were used within the existing music magazines and how they were used. As well as this, the choice to deconstruct two different versions of each allowed us to compare between the different magazines. To make the most effective use of these conventions taken from existing products, we decided to carry out more research. This time targeted at our target audience to further develop these conventions and to personalise them for our specific audience. To do this, we each carried out target audience research using different methods. The first of it which being one-to-one interviews. These one-to-one interviews gave us the ability to not only ask questions surrounding the target market's likes and dislikes, it allowed us to ask follow-up questions. Furthermore, the interviewees were able to give detailed answers surrounding the questions, which has proven to bring up conventions and tastes which we didn't even consider. Next was the online survey. The online survey allowed us to reach vast amounts of individuals to collect a vast census of our target audience and their likes and dislikes. On a scale which we wouldn't be able to achieve on any paper-based survey. Then finally was the hard questionnaire. Whilst a lot of data was collected through the online survey, the target audience questionnaire allowed us to approach individuals we knew fit target audience, making the answers very reliable. Whilst each piece of target research is different and tackles target audience research differently, each asked a wide range of questions, different to the other. Consequently, we are left with a wide range of information, which is sourced first-hand and is reliable. Whilst analysing these results, we were able to adapt and change different conventions collected from the existing media products and develop them for our target audience. Finally, following our wide array of research, we produced mock-ups of our final media products. This is the stage in which we were able to challenge the forms and conventions set prior by the magazine industry and our genres. These are my mock-ups and each draws conventions from the different deconstructions and target research. As you can see, each meets forms and genres set by previous products and uses different articles to portray its content, an element expressed as being important to our target audience. However, conventions such as typography, positioning, and the main image itself is where we were able to add our own twist and challenge previous conventions. Each of our versions incorporated minimalistic covers, each using contrast within the masthead and main image to catch the attention of passers-by. This is effective as compared to existing products, ours stand out. Furthermore, the minimalistic covers uses a limited approach to puffs and variations in colours to give the cover a professional appearance, recognisable in magazines outside of the music sector. These principles are carried out throughout our magazines to keep continuity and uniform across the magazine. In this case, I decided to use a guitar instead of a main image of the artists. Through deconstructions, I discovered the contents page is a place that adds depth to the artists. And the classical acoustic guitar, in my opinion, effectively symbolises the duo and their style of music, in turn challenging the norm and conventional music contents pages. Finally, the biggest deviation and challenges to conventions and forms of music magazines would be in our double page spreads. Due to no set precedence in double page spreads, with the norm being individualism and creativity amongst double page spreads, there was no set principles. Each of us were able to experiment with layouts, typography and the main image itself. In this case, I used a filter through editing to create a painted appearance to the artists within the main image, something not incorporated in any deconstructed double page spreads that we analysed, yet effective at drawing attention and effective at presenting, pair and portraying more of their style through abstract filters. To conclude, we have used existing media products from and form to get the basis of our work, then developed it through target audience research, then finally the forms and conventions were challenged by the adaptations of these conventions within our own work.